Hey everyone, this is the Voices coming to you from a Dota 2 Captain's Mode game. Not quite sure what's going on. I was talking to Stride Kid if I could spectate his game, and he was like, yeah, sure, go right ahead. So here we are, casting. Right now. Bam! Baller! Anyway, so looking at the bans and picks right now, we have pickup of Phantom Lancer Dragon Knight for the Radiant. Invoker Sand King Lushrak on the Dire. Looks like Dire might be going for a very push heavy strat. They do have Prophet Brewmaster. Oh my god, wow, I almost called him Brew Panda. And Darkseer banned out as well as an Air Shaker right now. Sounds picked up by the Radiant
team ban.
So it might be one of those weird games where not a lot goes on. It's sort of awkward to watch or stomp. They do have tied into Lycan and Essa banned out, so I'm not sure if it's just the captain doesn't know what they're doing or what. Shred Kid did warn me about this when I was hopping in. Huskar is the other ban. Now the Radiant, the Dire are probably confused about who to ban out. Nine of Swords will have probably a confusing time as I lose my voice slightly. And Spearbreaker is the final ban out. I really don't know what to say about this. Not because Spearbreaker is a bad ban, it's just really weird that lineup right now. Might be going support Silencer. Syllabear is the final ban out.
Dire team pick.
And Broodmother's picked up by the Radiant. Dire. Oh my god. I keep mixing up the sides. Alright. So let's just be confused for a second. We're looking at the Dire, and they have a pretty normal lineup. Probably Invoker mid, Broodmother in the hard lane. Lushrak, Sand King in the top, maybe, with Lushrak farming.
10 seconds.
Or maybe Lushrak mid. Lushrak probably will go mid. Invoker, Sand King top, Broodmother bot. And then they might pick up Jungler Warlock being picked up by the Radiant. A nice support hero pickup. Warlock is sort of weird. He has a really long cooldown, so after he uses them up, he's sort of iffy, but that Fatal Bonds is a really strong spell to have on him. Just being able to, especially in teamfights, connect everyone, then put maybe Shadow Wards. Is it Shadow Wards? Shadow whatever. And it looks like we have Axe picked up for the Dire. That'll probably be their jungle. Anyways, back to Warlock. Just put Fatal Bond up. Bring out your ulti. And then just the amount of damage you do to everyone is insane. Jakiro picked up for the Radiant. And that'll be the end of this. So Jakiro's a nice pusher. He can get rid of the Crude Wave nice. Ice Path is a nice AoE stun. He does have that, what is it, Liquid Fire, which does damage to towers over time. Sort of like Dragon Knight, which may be what they might want to do, is use Jakiro and Dragon Knight whenever they can in combo together with Liquid Fire and the level 1 Elder Dragon form on Dragon Knight. Silencer might be there just to stop combos from the Invoker. Phantom Lancer may be the carry. Maybe they're not having Dragon Knight as a carry, but as a tanky initiator, just farming up the lane. Silencers and Warlock support. Jakiro will be pushing and Phantom Lancer farming. I'm just trying to make sense of their lane, what they're doing. It's a very confusing lineup. Anyway, so let's see the Dire, because I actually have someone there. So 9 of Swords on the Broodmother. Templeton on the Skeleton. Sand King. Malice on Lushrak, and we have Shred Kid on Invoker. Final pickup hasn't been chosen yet, so we'll wait off. Bill on Warlock. Jakiro is the fuck did I just read? Silencer is only hope. Is that what? Dara on the Phantom Lancer. And Rose on the Dragon Knight. And it looks like Huntmaster is on the Axe, so And it looks like a little call out about serious game coming out from the Radiant. And do they have... They do have a courier. I'm wondering, Dragon Knight picking up the ward, so it will be Dragon Knight, Jakiro laning up together, probably going for a heavy push early on. We do have Dragon Tail, as well as a Dual Breath, so a slow and a stun in lane. Broodmother coming down to scout out the top room. She will be able to hide in this web. It's sort of a question, if Jakiro wants to, he might want to spam out Dual Breath, run back to base real fast, and maybe miss part of the beginning XP. If he's going to be trolling, he might do that. Dara is coming down, going to scout out this bot rune, just see if it's here. So they're going to get the rune very easily. It looks like Broodmother was doing a bit of harass, but unfortunately taking more damage than she really needed. Warlock up here, and looks like Lustrak will try a stun, doesn't land it, so a little bit of missed mana, and a Phantom Lance coming out. A nice play by the Phantom Lancer, being able to get that off just to poke at the Lustrak, maybe make him use a possible tango, as he is the solo bot lane. Axe coming into the jungle. We do have Broodmother coming up top, so Brood solo top, and we'll have the Lustrak Sandkin bot, which is a pretty decent lane combo. You do have that stun to keep people forward, and a lot of harassment coming out on the Broodmother. Will we see Jakiro dive this? No, Jakiro backs off. Dragon Knight not wanting to go in. Maybe if Dragon Knight went in, they might have wanted to dive it, but that would have been too risky for them, knowing just when to back off. Jakiro again casting his dual breath on the Broodmother, doing quite a bit of damage. They don't have any sentry wards, so no way to tell where she is, but she's just tanking up that damage. Nine of Swords really needs to be careful. There's a lot of AoE coming out. We do have Axe. He didn't stack the camp. I take that back. I thought he was going to stack it and then do it, but he might have, and I just missed him killing everything off. Looks like we will have the cancel on the Clarity Potion from the Broodmother. Nice play. Nine of Swords doing a nice little bit of stopping. The fuck did I just read? And Rose, both of them very low on mana now, and with that Clarity cancelled out by the Broodmother, very nice. Hopping into mid, we do actually see that Invoker took quite a bit of harass from the Silencer. He does have Glaze of Wisdom, so that is a bit of pure damage. I believe it's 30%, so math not my strong suit. We're not even going to try and do the math on that. But I believe it's like, can't be anything past like 7. Going to the bot lane, we do see the lane is pushed towards the tower, and first blood up top just missed it, unfortunately. Jakiro and Dragon Knight probably a little unsure. Looks like he does have a good fire, so again, this lane combo against the Broodmother is going to do very well due to that AoE. And we might see, sort of want to see a Soul Ring up on the Dragon Knight, and maybe put some points in Dragon Blood. Sentries on the Jakiro. So they are going to be able to harass this Broodmother. Actually, something going down. He's getting attacked by those Spiderlings. Broodlings. And a stun coming out on the Warlock. Will we see a nice... Oh my... Nice Barrow Strike on the Warlock. Warlock healing up. He is healing up a decent amount. Will he be able to escape? No, he will go down to the Lustrak. Picking up that kill. A nice play from the Sandkin. And looks like Phantom Lancer wanting to try and get the Sandkin. Brought him down pretty low, but he's now going to harass the Lustrak. Is he going to attempt to tower dive? No, he does back off. That Sandstone is doing a bit of damage to him. And we will have a Salve and Tango used in the bot lane. And again, Broodmother might... Nope, she will be fine and escape. Eats up that Tango, so she will not go down anytime soon. A lot of Broodlings out on the field, and will we actually see the death of Jakiro if he does go down? But now, really, Broodmother's in not a lot of trouble, but in a minor amount of trouble. Did eat a Tango, so she will be fine. Axe in the jungle doing pretty well, 14 last hits. No, Brood. Actually, let's bring up the farm right now. So, though Jakiro and Dragon Knight are doing a lot of harass on Brood, Brood really has the lane in farm right now. Going mid, we actually do have Silencer with a decent amount of farm, 15-4-4 and level 6, so he does have that global silence presence. Well, Invoker is 11-1, so again, Silencer doing very well in this lane, but again, see, just that ability, that, what is it called? Last Word. that AoE silence. If you cast any spells, it's going to prevent you from casting anymore. Keeps those combos away. So say we have Sand King Barrow Strike in, he can't do his combo of Epicenter. He would have to blink, he would have to empty, blink, and then Barrow Strike. Going back up top as we have a bit of lag. I'm not sure if it's just the server they're playing on or it's my connection. We do have Axe doing a decent amount of farm. It does look like Dragon Knight's going to come over, and will we actually see... Axe is going to be fine. He does have the speed. And I was a little worried that he might try to get it. And actually it looks like we are going to have the death of Jakiro again. There he goes. Spider... Spawn Spiderlings in the chest, and we have actually Axe coming in doing quite a bit of damage. Dragon Knight is taking too much damage if he's slowed by the Spiderlings, and there we go. Spawn Spiderlings picking up that kill. Broodmother with the double kill. That's going to make up for the early first blood. Coming mid. Invoker doing very well. 18 for 4 against the 16 for 4 for Silencer, but Silencer did pick up a kill. So really just has to be careful. Taking a lot of damage, but he will be able to escape the Sita Tango. Didn't really expect him to die. Coming back bot right now. Phantom Lancer not doing so well in farm. 13 for 0. Warlock is 0 for 6. So not doing a nice job supporting, and the farm is actually going to Sand King. I thought it would go to Leshrac, but it looks like Leshrac is sort of, I guess, either worried or just is there to be a push hero. And Sand King's going to get the farm for his Blink Dagger early. We will have the cancel on Clarity from the Broodmother. Dual Breath and Dragon Flame coming out. Both missing the Broodmother, unfortunately. That's a lot of mana to use to try and harass the Broodmother, and not to get it is a big deal. We do have more Broodlings coming out. Liquid Fire coming out from the Jakiro. We're going to do some AoE damage to the Spiderlings and Broodmother. I really should start calling them either Broodlings or Spiderlings, because I'm sure I'm confusing people now who haven't played this game yet. Dragon Knight looks like he's coming around. He will bump into Axe, and Axe is very low. This will probably be the death of Axe, and there we are. Axe will go down. No, he won't, actually. He'll be just fine. Over... no. He might have been able to get that if he kept chasing and maybe used his... Breath Fire. He does have 170 damage, and I don't believe Axe had that much life left. Only, well, he had enough. Never mind. He overestimating how much mana the Dragon Knight had. It's a lot of harassment. Back to the bot lane right now. An early level of Juxtapose. Actually surprising to see this, because really there's no reason for it. And will we see the setup on the Phantom Lancer? Will we see the stun hit? No, stun casted too late. But getting a few last hits with that, so making up for the mana cost in some way at least. Again, we do have the Sentry Ward up from the Radiant, and that's going to keep Broodmother a little bit back. And she doesn't really want to risk it. Another ward coming through to just get vision of that area, sort of figure out when Axe is going to try and come in for the gank. Because right now, as you see, there's no trees here, so they actually have complete vision of this little area. But really, they just want to know when Axe is right around this area, and they are going to see this Axe come in for the gank. Maybe Axe might have missed the ward being placed down. Let's check out mid real quick. 19 for 7 and 29 for 12. So again, Silencer getting up that farm. He is using his Glaives of Wisdom, though, which is a little bit interesting. A lot of the times you see Silencers wait until a little later, or at least in the past they waited to pick up Glaives of Wisdom, and they would prefer to go, was it Curse of the Silent and then Last Word a bit, and they would put 2 points into Curse of the Silent, and then they would go Last Word and then max Glaives of Wisdom, at least from my experience. But it seems to be a trend right now that you go Glaives of Wisdom for that extra pure damage. And it really shows when you're going up against squishy heroes. That pure damage just demolishes them. We do have a regen rune in the top rune position. Invoker coming in for the game. There is no ward. They don't have vision of him right now. And it is nighttime, so he will be able to get the tornado off. We will see Axe do his battle call. I believe it's called Berserker's Call. and picking up the kill is Invoker. So a nice bit of XP coming out for all three heroes, and a bit of extra gold for Invoker. A nice gank coming in from him, knowing when to set off that tornado because they had vision there. We do have Broodmother going to do a little bit more harassment on Jakiro. Regeneration picked up on Invoker. And while that was going on, Silencer just farming up. He does have a Rope of the Magi coming in as I crack my voice again. And let's see, he does have Gloves of... I believe he has Gloves of Haste coming in too. I could be wrong. Anyways, Broodmother, 35 for 3. Almost thought that was 5. And Dragon Knight is 14 for 0, and Jakiro's 44 for 1, so Jakiro having quite a bit of farm on it. And here we are, Fatal Bonds, just giving them the ability to harass Lushrak, who's all the way back here, and he actually is very low. Lushrak pausing the game. Asking for a second, and a nice little thing to see right here. So again, we actually have very early Juxtapose and Phantom Edge coming out from the Phantom Lance. So usually you see Spirit Lance, Doppel Walk, and then these two maxed, with Phantom Edge being maxed first, and Juxtapose second, just for that, I believe, bonus. I'm actually not quite sure what the reasoning is behind it myself. And Dual Flame coming out, missing. Again, how much mana is that? That's 170 mana just tossed away, and he keeps constantly buying those clarities. We actually have an Axe come in. Axe going on the Dragon Knight, maybe. There's the Berserk's call. We have Broodmother coming in, but they aren't going to be able to pick up that kill. A nice attempt from Axe, though. Did quite a bit of damage on the Dragon Knight, and a nice Fire Breath coming out. Is it Breath Fire? Breath Fire coming out. And again, Invoker, again, being harassed by those Glaives of Wisdom. Glaives of Wisdom are only 15 mana, so they aren't that big of a deal to use. And they do make last hitting so easy, as the Silencer. And it's just a really nice thing. Actually, let's look at his items right now. He actually does have 2 Null Talismans, 2 GG Branches, and Power Treads on Int. So he has a decent amount of intelligence, 42 plus a 28. So around, as I try to do the math, 70 mana, I believe. 60, yeah, 70 mana. As I fuck up basic mathematics. And nice, a ward coming out to block this creep stack from happening. So if they do end up pulling this, it won't stack again. They actually already stacked it, so. And they were just doing the pull. I guess it must have killed off the creep wave already. And nice harass coming out from the Broodmother. Again, that dual breath, just not hitting. And Broodmother's going to come in. She's taking quite a bit of damage. Will we actually see another dual breath? No. Ice Path coming out. It's not going to hit. Broodmother just too fast in those webs. That speed bonus from it, I believe, is at 35%. So nice speed, as I almost bet into the mic. Oh god. The burps. Vanguard up on accident. 12-minute Vanguard, very nice. This game actually feels like it's gone on much longer. Oh my god. Again, bot, not a lot happening at bot. 21 for 5 and 9 for 2 for farm on the Dire side, and 26 for 0 on Phantom Lance, and can't really find who was it down there? Warlock down there as well. It's a bit of lag. Sounds actually picking up the Invoker in mid. Unfortunately, wasn't paying attention to the minimap. I saw the dots up here. Just missing that. Anyways. So actually 3 up top. Warlock, Jakiro, and Dragon Knight up top farming this. Dragon Knight does have level 1 on Elder Dragon form, being level 7. It's had it for a while, but I just want to point out and stress that Liquid Fire is up a nice amount of damage. Broodmother will go down from this. And again, nice upheaval, level 1. Broodmother might just be able to escape, and oh no, she does come back in, unfortunately, and that won't be the death of her at all. She'll be fine. Originally thought she was going to go down, but she did have magic stick charges. And again, they're just going to farm with the Broodlings. Spider-Ites. Alright, and we do have Invoker coming up, and as well as the whole Dire team, and they're just gonna kill this Dragon Knight as we lag it a little. And they're now gonna kill the Golem. 100 gold going to the Brood Mother. As we have more lag come out, and it looks like Silencer is actually gonna push the lane a bit. And again, the lane against Invoker with Silencer was a pretty decent call. Invoker is going for that Quas Wex build, so EMP, Tornado, Cold Snap. Well, not EMP so much anymore. I mean, ever since the nerf to that, it hasn't really been a viable spell to use. Anyways, we do have Dire Structures being fortified. Let's just defend the tower in the mid. And it looks like we will actually have Jakiro going down, and maybe the push on the tier on top for the Radiant side. And again, just nice team coordination coming out from the Dire. I mean, they're doing very well in terms of kills. The ganks coming out and the kills on the Brood Mother, especially, as well as the Axe, doing quite a bit of damage to the top lane. But really, we can't forget, who was it? Nope, I was right. Just really the top lane. Invoker doing very well for himself as well with 3 kills, but he does have 2 deaths as well. It looks like Phantom Lance are not very happy about how Dragon Knight is doing in this game. Silencer being pushed back a little more than he might want. Seems to might want to push the lane. He does have a decent amount of farm. He does have a Staff of Wizardry, so a lot of intelligence up on him right now. That bonus damage is now, I believe, 75% of his intelligence, so we're not even going to do the mathematics on this. Something terrible. But let's just say he does about 50 plus extra pure damage. Maybe that's a little bit more, I don't know. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. I believe that was a salve going off and being cancelled. Warlock has nothing on it. Oh man. Silencer casting Global Silence. Is he up top? And he is, and it looks like we have the Death of Brood Mother and Axe, but they do get the Jakiro. So that will reduce the pushing power of this top lane, but still Dragon Knight's here. So they may try to push this tower. Probably not. They don't have really enough time to do that. TPs can come in instantly. But glyphs are down on both sides. So it is possible that the Dragon Knight might try to take this tower. I don't think he has enough damage for it, even with the Silencer there. And there we go. Just some minor damage coming out. I believe Axe will attempt to TP in. Does he have enough gold? He does. Actually, deciding to trade towers instead. They do lose the top tower. I thought maybe someone might TP up there, but no. They're just going to full-on trade towers. Invoker taking a few... no tower shots yet. Thought he might have. And again, let's just go bot real quick. We do have Axe down here. Axe doing Berserker Call. A nice Frozen Path coming out. Ulti from the Jakiro, as well as the Dual Breath, hitting both Axe, Sand King, and Blushrack, doing a lot of damage. Silencer coming down. This will be cleaned up pretty nicely, but no, Tornado coming out, picking up the kill on the Axe. Oh man, my brain just died. And man, Blushrack going down to the Golem. And we have a lot of damage coming on to the Invoker right now. He really needs a way out. He does have his Ghost Weapon. There we go. And Sand King and Invoker will survive, but for Blushrack and Axe for Phantom Lance and Jakiro, and their tier 1 top tower, because they didn't manage to get the mid tier 1 on the Radiant side. But it looks like a Spiderling enemy's about to take the top though. So maybe get that top tower, get that extra gold they need. And we do have a TP coming in, but there's a lot of Spiderlings here. Looks like Jakiro will be casting all of his spells, picking off all the Broodlings. And again, Brood Mother's going to try and take this Jakiro kill. And she's going to get it. Another TP coming in. And will we actually have the TP cancelled? And we, oh, maybe it was Silencer coming in. We have a TB coming in. I believe Invoker's here. Invoker will pick up this kill. Or an Axe. Invoker is now dominating though. Invoker getting a lot of kills now. 5-2-2. And top tier 1 tower goes down, and this will be hopefully the end of the top, the mid tier 1. Lushrak coming in, using his edict to push out the wave. Not necessarily the most efficient way. He did go split earth and edict, so I'm surprised they aren't actually pushing out a split earth and bouncing off. Fortunately, edict is on cooldown, so won't be able to do much there. And a lot of damage coming to the tier 2. We do have a TP in from Jakiro. Jakiro trying to do ice pack. He will land on a few spiderlings, but not really worth it. Coming over here, we have Dragonite. He did ult. Maybe trying to pick up the Lushrak or Sandkin. Or just wanting to farm. Really, one doesn't Dragonite farm. He did pick up the Soul Ring like I thought, as well as an Urn, so his mana issues are somewhat. There shouldn't be any. And with his regen slowly going to build up, it's going to be really nice. We actually have an attempt on the Lushrak Sandkin. And Phantom Lancer using his Spirit Lance to come through. We do have Axe, does do his call. Global Silence going off. Invoker taking quite a bit of damage. Will he go down? No. Invoker just barely escaped, and Lushrak taking quite a bit of damage as well. And a failed gank attempt by the Dire and Radiant. Both sides trying to get each other out of position. We have a lot of damage coming out on Axe. Axe being slowed. He will be tower dive. Will Axe make it? Axe does go down. Lushrak doing his split earth. Unfortunately not able to do anything past that. Again, a successful tower dive by the Silencer. That Force Staff really helping him out there, being able to get past the tower and get in vision range and not be blocked off from here. If he didn't use his Force Staff, he would have been like around here when Axe was probably over here. So nice play by him. Invoker casting out that tornado, missing the Warlock, so won't be able to get him. And we actually do have Phantom Lancer. EMP coming out, surprisingly. Phantom Lancer trying to get the Invoker, but Invoker just has too much health for that at this point. He does have 1,200, so a pretty decent amount of health. And unless he wants to 10 and directly engage him with only half his health remaining, at the time, it wouldn't have ended well. Ultimate Orb up on the Silencer now. Coming back up top, we have actually Dragonite coming up. He is going to use his Breath Fire. I hate Breath Fire as its name. And actually, tier 1 mid for the Dire going down to Silencer picking it up. Actually, I thought Jakiro's Liquid Fire might have gone that, but nope. Sandkin coming around. He might want to farm this. He does have his Blink Dag and Mana Boots, having quite a bit of farm. Leaving Lushrak bot now. Lushrak using his ear to destroy this tier 1 bot. But again, that Radiant Glyph is going to prevent them from getting the kill on it with the Edict. And Silencer Force Staffing in. Maybe a little preemptive. He has to get the Lushrak now. You can't not get him. And Ice Breath coming through. No! A Glaive at max range, just being able to get him because of Jakiro being in sight. I don't think Silence actually got that though. Got the intelligence for it. We will see Warlock die in a trace. And will we see Invoker go down? Invoker could. There we go. Invokes his Ghost Walk. He just needs time to get it. And there we go. Ghost Walk popping up. Do we have any? Nope. No sentry wards on anyone here. So they'll both be fine. Sandkin just having a bit too much health to burst down after using all of their spells already. And will we see a push on the tier 1 bot tower from the Radiant? Originally I was a little confused by the choices, but they're turning out to be okay. I mean, you have to think about it like this. They have this push. Both teams have push, but both teams are really having some struggle actually pushing. A lot of talk coming out from the Radiant. They just like to chat. They enjoy talking to everyone, including us viewers. Jakiro using his dual breath to get rid of the creep wave in mid. And 3 Dire heroes in the Radiant jungle. Axe, Sandkin, and Lushrak. What will they be up to? Maybe coming towards the mid. And it looks like that might be what they're thinking. They might want to set up here. Sand King might want to just blink over here, and then nope, I'm completely wrong. They're coming over here to ward. So getting that high mounted ward. Each side has a mountain in each other's jungle. And Sand King maybe wanting to come and support Axe. Axe is going to want juke. He needs to get around. There we go. Split up. And a nice force staff. Picking up the Axe again. Just having that force staff and mobility. Causing a lot of issues. And for a second I thought we lost Broodmother again up top. But no, Broodmother is fine. Dragon Knight doing very well with that breath fire, getting up a decent amount of farm at this point. He really needs it. He doesn't have really anything. He actually did get his level 2 ulti, so he's no longer looking to push. He's looking to farm. If we look at Warlock right now, he is 23-13, has pretty much nothing. We have an attempt on the Dragon Knight. Will he turn around? No, he will not. He did use his Soul Ring recently. He doesn't want to waste all of his mana and then have no backup when the rest of the support comes in for Broodmother. Invoker coming in, just wants to farm this lane. We do have Leshrac as well, helping get those last hits, just lowering them down low enough for Invoker to last hit them. And that's something you have to remember. That's another way to support if you don't mind pushing. We do have Ward come down on the high ground there in the Radiant Jungle. Nice tornado, picking up the Dragon Knight. They're going to go nod in. Unfortunately, Creep Wave will spot them out. We do have actually Dragon Knight thinking of coming in. He did use his Soul Ring. He really wants to probably get at least one of his spells off on a Dire hero.
Attack.
And Phantom Lancer picking up the bottom tier 1 with the Jakiro. God, so many dragons. TP coming out from Axe to the bottom tier 2. And I'm sort of a little hesitant for the Dire right now. They really need to figure out what they want to do. A lot of them have just been sort of trying to set up ganks and haven't been successful. We do have a illusion of Phantom Lancer. He isn't moving. He will go down, taking that extra, I believe 300 damage, was it? 350 damage. So again, they go down significantly fast. We do have Sand King come in. We do have the EMP tornado and the dust just to make sure. Sand King blocking the stairway very effectively, preventing that Phantom Lancer from escaping. Nice tornado, nice stuns all around. Nice positioning. Axe will just farm up this Heresy camp. We actually have 4 heroes in the mid with Warlock up top, maybe wanting to stack this Ancient. Nope, not wanting to stack the Ancient at all, actually. Hero gonna farm these up. And Warlock picking up the Illusion Rune. Where's his illusions? There they are. They're just going to wander around, scout out, try and find positioning. Though they should know. Broodmother picking up actually a kill on the Warlock. Didn't expect to see that. And we're going to have a push on the bot tier 2. For the Radiant, but as well as TP out. And as I lift my hand off the camera, thinking I got a click on. And this will be the end of the bottom tier 2 for the Radiant. It goes down. Sand King picking up the last hit. Nice chunk of gold going his way. Might have wanted to see the Leshrac pick that up. He is a support right now. But it would have been nice to see him get some extra gold and maybe build into something that will do a bit more damage. We do have Axe up here. He is going to know that's an illusion. Doesn't do Berserk. It's called to ensure it's there. I mean, Warlock did just die and that Warlock didn't disappear from the minimap when that happened. Though I'm unsure if they actually had vision of it. Broodmother up top with an army of Broodmans. Oh my god. So many. And a nice epicenter coming in from the Sand King. Unfortunately, only getting the Dragon Knight and Jakiro. 2 people are a bit too tanky right now for that to be effective. And we actually have a lot of deaths coming out. Silencer picking up 2 kills with so much damage coming out from the 3rd kill picked up. Ooh. Oh my god, the kill feed doesn't always tell you. I'm pretty sure Jakiro picked up 1 kill with his ultimate macro pie, and the rest went to Silencer. And again, that just shows that Silencer isn't someone to necessarily laugh at. I thought he was going to go support, but he actually is going the carry role. 8-1-4 and 138 farm and 33 denies. A very, very talented player apparently at this level of the game.
Radiant's
And
top
again,
tower
we do
is
have the
under
sheep
attack.
stick come out on a Broodmother. Will she be able to catch up to the Silencer? No. Unable to catch up. Not wanting to tower dive. That's way too dangerous for her right now. She'll just be bursted down by both Warlock and Silencer with those glaives. Maybe even cast a Fatal Bond so they can attack the Broodlings around her. Need to decide which one I want to say. Anyways, coming out from the mid, we have Silencer and Warlock. Just gonna push a little ahead. We do have Broodmother harassing out the Dragon Knight. Spawn Spiderlings Spawn Broodlings isn't really gonna work so much. What is it? Spiderlings. So I'm right. Let's call them Spiderlings then. Oh my god. Isn't gonna do that much, especially with that insane regen that he has. Did that just go up to... I guess that's because of the headdress on the Jakura. It's like, did it just go up to 0.3? It did, and looks like we will actually have the death of the Broodmother. They did have a dust. Who had dust? Who had... Jakiro? Pretty sure Jakiro had that dust. Again, we're having Axe gonna berserk call, and this will be the death of Jakiro. A lot of damage coming out on the Axe, so he may be in a little bit of trouble. We do have the Dragon Knight coming. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his third ultimate form, so he doesn't have that slow. All he pretty much has is that sort of farm potential with the Red Dragon. And this glaive coming out, taking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1/5 of health. Counting the load of bars if you're wondering to figure that out. So professional, so amazing. The soothing voice of the voices cast in this game. Anyways, we do actually have Phantom Lance getting ready to push this bot tier to and again, oh my god, Caustic Finale, so good at pushing the lanes. Taking down those creep waves. And again, see? Pretty much just one hit of that and you pretty much have the wave down to half health. Another hit of that, everyone's dead. Invoker's just going to farm up the jungle a bit. We do have Warlock come bot, and that's a lot of Phantom Lances. Again, maybe not wanting to double lock Phantom Lance, so figuring out he might not need that, and that's why he went with Juxtapose and Phantom Edge earlier on. But again, I always suggest you up your Spirit Lance, and then depending on how you want to do it, I guess it doesn't really get any better besides the mana reduction for double walk. So you might want to up that just to reduce the mana if you know you're going to get harassed a lot or get ganked. But due to not really a lot of ganks coming out towards the bot lane from Invoker, maybe figuring he didn't actually need it as much and he didn't need to waste his mana harassing the Lushrak or Sand King. So again, it's all about choices. And Broodmother just building up that army. And this is what Broodmother's made for right now in the game. Pretty much leave her alone. She's just going to farm up the lane and push it. We have an team fight in the mid lane and Global Silence coming out. Using the Warlock using the Golem. And this could be the death of Shred Kid. Silencer using his Soundwave to come out, doing a nice stun, as well as Meteorite. And a beautiful Tornado, getting 3 of the heroes up. But again, just not enough damage coming out. We actually have, whoa, Broodmother coming in and killing Dragon Knight. Broodmother going down as well for that though. Silencer is now unstoppable, 10-1-4. He's just going to get bigger and bigger. They really need to stop giving him kills because right now, that pure damage is just insane. Alright, 75% of about 169 intelligence. That's a lot of intelligence, and also coming out, and again, Silencer just cleaning up this. So much damage. Nice attempt by Lushrak, but maybe a little foolish on his end. And they may try to push the base tower, but I don't think that's a good idea. The tier 3 is very easy to defend due to the high ground advantage. They need to be at least up this far to have vision of the high ground. And unless they have a creep wave that's not getting wiped out by the Axe or Invoker or Really, I would say Lushrak would get it, and it looks like this will be the death of Invoker. Axe coming in using his Berserker Call. Might be the death of both, but there we go. Phantom Lance just going down. Invoker using his own Force Staff and Ghost walking away. So he will be able to just survive, and it looks like he does do a tornado, but too much healing out by the Shadow Ward. Bam! Shadow Ward. Item just came in, and it's actually a Hyperstone for the Silencer. Gonna give him a lot of attack speed and just make his DPS go up to insane amounts right now. And I'm actually surprised we haven't had a Roshan attempt yet. And really, it's just been a lot of attempts to take towers. Jakiro flying out. He did reward. Whoa! Sunstrike by someone? Alright. Nice. That's interesting. So we do have Dragon Knight transforming into Strength Form. He is getting immortalized. As his Helmet of Dominator. I was a little concerned. I was like, where's Helmet of Dominator? And then I remembered to change the icons. And then I haven't seen the Dragon Knight gameplay in a long time. I'm not quite sure why either. He fell out of favor, but oh well. Yeah, Dragon Knight just farming up. Would really enjoy maybe to enjoy this, and we actually have a Roshan attempt. Actually missed it. That will be the death of Lushrak, the death of maybe Invoker. Yep, Invoker will go down, and this will be the Roshan for the Radiant. So actually, the unlikely team, the team I thought wasn't necessarily going to do as well, is doing very well for themselves right now. Tying up the kills, have a tower advantage. Oh, never mind. I thought they had a tower advantage, but they do not. While they're doing Roshan, and they can do this, they can get Roshan very easily, just no fear. Let's actually bring up the XP. XP 75k, about 7,600 to be exact for the Radiant. And the Dire losing that gold advantage they've been building up to for. And we're actually going to see it drop completely, I believe, even Brood Mother going down as well, and that's just not going to help. I believe that is, yeah, so it hasn't updated yet, but I'm pretty sure we're at least 1,000 minimum in favor of the Radiant. And I just want to see, yep, no man, much more than 1,000. Yeah, we're going to see Lushrak try hold this. Did he buy back in? No. And we have a beautiful Epicenter coming in from the Sand King. Unfortunately, just not enough damage to finish him off. Axe using his Culling Blade to finish off that Jakiro, but just nothing is going the way of the Dire right now. They really need to either pick up kills or push lanes, and right now they really can't do either. Silence coming in, looking for that kill on Invoker, but that isn't advisable, not without his team, and his team does come in to help. If Invoker had engaged that, Dragon Knight would have just slowed him and kept him there. And we actually had Phantom Lance pushing the bot lane, Jakiro coming back up from the mid. And this will be the base bottom 3 tower. Really, Invoker can't do much against this right now. He really needs to just hold it. But unfortunately, too much damage coming out. And a nice Sunstrike attempt, unfortunately not hitting them at all. And this will be the death. There we go. It's down. Going to a creep, unfortunately. Dragon Knight might have won at that time a lot more. He does have 3k gold in the banks, and he still hasn't done it. There we go. Mask of Madness picked up, as well as a Mithril Hammer. So might be seeing him. I'm a little hesitant to say right now. I don't want to say anything. Because there's a few items you can build that into. And we actually do have the Radiance up on Phantom Lance, a very big item for him. Now he can just leave an illusion on the tower, and it will do that burn damage.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Dire losing that tower. Brood Mother pushing the mid lane, but Jakiro's probably not going. Yeah, Jakiro's just gonna wait for his wave and then push up with it. Sand King coming up top, as I misclicked some keys and don't have the camera go forward where I want it to.
Regeneration!
Again, Invoker's gonna come down. He might be able to help out with this Jakiro kill. He needs to catch up though. There we are. force staffing ahead, and he will be able to pick this up. Jakiro goes down. And, Broodmother's getting pretty big. 953, she does have that, Orchid of Malevolence, which is a very good item for her. That can actually keep Silencer from using his blade. And if they can get it on Silencer and then just burst him down, the fight's theirs. I mean, sure, you have Dragon Knight and Phantom Lancer who do tons of damage, but they don't have that, like, advantage of that damage. And we actually have a beautiful epicenter, and this will not be the death of, Silencer. He will pick up, oh my god. Oh my. That just hurt. And we will see Lustrak attempt to get away from this. But again, you just saw right there, Silencer doing so well there. Being able to force staff himself where he did get an Assault Cuirass. A very good item on him, gives him a bit more tank. And they're talking about not leaving in the middle of the game. I'm not sure if this was a remade custom, but there's the death of Lustrak, full team wipe.
I take, you give.
And great examples of play on both sides. The early game definitely was the Dias, but late game the Radiant just pushed ahead. They had not necessarily bad lanes. Up top was the only lane they really lost. Due to the amount of games that came out on. But besides that, it still didn't like affect it that much. And again, we're gonna just see the push in, Battle Hunger being used on the Dragon Knight. And there we go. There's the death of Sandkin. First strike, I believe he actually blinked it. Did he? Nope, he first striked in. First strike in and dies. And there we go. We see the Phantom Lance's illusions just come in. Doing tons and tons of damage. That attack speed is insane. Not as much maybe as Silencer, but still insane. Actually, is it? Attack rate was 0.70 per attack and 0.59. So no, I lied. Silencer is much faster.
I'm in your
Oh, is it? I don't know. I actually have no idea. Speeds what in terms of what numbers they show.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well, I'm just gonna wait for the score screen to pop up, as we have some pretty decent spike in land. Only hope calling out to GG, and it looks like the guys who talk a lot. I'm gonna win this. There we go. Going down. So again, nice plays by both teams. Strange picks up from the Radiant altogether. But again, it worked for them. They just got really nice. And thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for viewing, and I hope you enjoyed this cast.